Gerard. Teachers Federation 10 years ago, and that's when I first met Gerard when he was vice president. He was subsequently elected in 2009, and from the moment I joined, I was encouraged and welcomed to get involved in the activities of our union, and was immediately struck by how well informed he was. Then over the next 10 years, I saw that Brother Gerard makes every moment a teachable moment. With a wealth of knowledge, he's always looking at the bigger picture and encourages everyone to see themselves as workers, as part of the labor movement, as global citizens, and as caring humans who work cooperatively to uplift each and every person, regardless of their circumstances. And all of this he accomplishes with democracy, transparency, and most of all, with a plan. With the help of Rob Daly, he introduced strategic planning to our local, where we not only reflect on our annual goals, but clearly establish step by step how we will meet those needs. It's how he turned lofty promises into concrete results. He initiated a bold attack on the Ontario Liberal Party during Bill 115. With Sid Ryan and the OFL to organize mass rallies in Toronto and Durham region. He initiated unprecedented meetings with other teacher locals, encouraging our political action committees to partner and share strategies. He strengthened our bonds geographically and worked to decentralize and democratize our union. He empowered members and stewards in their workplaces and worked to ensure the ongoing relevance of local bargaining units. He had us join Durham Region Labour Council, where teachers now fill almost half of the room, sharing our concerns and joining with other unions in their struggles. He had us marching with steel workers, paramedics, healthcare workers, postal workers, secondary teachers, Porter Airlines staff, and university students. He supported countless charities and progressive community organizations, but perhaps most importantly, he identified the political nature of our struggles as public servants and encouraged our members to run for public office and to help with election campaigns in Niagara, Sudbury, and the region. Personally, I feel it was our resounding success in these elections that pushed the Conservatives to hasten their anti-union legislation, because unions have become the de facto opposition in Ontario. But so long as we buy into corporate austerity values, there will always be another Ray, Harris, Hudak, McGinty, Wynne, or Harper ready to attack public services, ready to sell off public assets and suppress human rights. So no matter what you think of his politics, Brother Gerard got us talking. He showed us how to ask the hard questions. He pushed to organize all workers, and he showed us the power of a plan. And that's something we can all grow with. Teacher, my teacher, thank you for your selfless service. Thanks for holding true to your values. Thanks to your family, especially your wife, Deb. And through these many years of countless challenges. For the cultural changes you've nurtured amongst teachers, for his many previous decades of organizing workers in the United States and Canada, I can think of no one better for the Pilkey Labor Activist Award than our brother, Gerard O'Neill.
Thank you so much for this. I have to say, I've been at this game a long time. Thank you very much. When you get an award like this, sometimes you feel that a terrible mistake has been made and you must have meant somebody else. There are so many people I've met over the years I've been involved in the trade union movement who deserve this a lot more than I do. I was the president of Teachers Local, so in a way, people are forced out of habit or good manners to say nice things about you. There are so many women and men who work every day and do a splendid job for their locals and for all the working people of Canada, and they never get mentioned. My local is filled with an unbelievable array of women and men who are struggling every day to improve the lives of working Canadians. Dynamic leaders like Jennifer French. She did get another job. I hope one day she may come back to us. Mary Fowler, Pam Dowler, President Dave Madison, Clifford George, goes on and on. These are the dynamic young workers who are going to set the stage for tomorrow. All of them have been forged in the furnace of struggle. Echo Durham, my own local, has done for the members. We have gone beyond the day-to-day in running a local. We talk about politics, and we talk about politics all the time. It's not a distraction, it's what we do. We are political beasts. We need more than efficient office workers. We need people who want to change the world. We need politicians, we need artists, we need poets, we need singers, we need dancers, we need people who want to change the world, and we've done it. When we go further afield in our local, we see the District Labour Council, people like Jim Freeman and John McDonald, the OHCOW with Sid, and now with Chris Buckley and President Hassan Yusuf. We have great leaders. Now, what we have to do is we have to move our members. I think sometimes we fall down, and we fail when we talk down to the people who we represent. We seldom broach the big political questions because we think they're not interested, or they're not ready, or they don't understand. We have union schools where we discuss emotional intelligence or finding our bliss. We shy away from talking about the real working class, left-wing progressive politics. Why do we do that? Because we think that they can't take it. We need classes in how the system works. No matter how many minor adjustments you can bring out of the boss, you could never be allowed to end exploitation. You could never be allowed. That's the bedrock of this system. We need to put forward ideas that as long as there is capitalism, there will be no social equality. We need self-fulfillment. One of the great ones was the American Civil Rights Movement. Martin Luther King would go to a rural black church in the Deep South, and he would talk about social injustice. He would talk about what Scottish philosopher and teacher Thomas Carlyle said 100 years before. He would say what William Cullen Bryant, the American Romantic poet, thought, what James Russell Lowell thought. He didn't make it easy for people.
That's right.
And then he would offer them the ideas such as the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. That's an idea you're not going to get on Netflix, no matter how good the show was. Martin Luther King showed us that working people can grapple with big ideas, and they can move and they can change the world. As trade unionists, we have to be braver. We have to be more dynamic. We have to move our membership into action because the boss wants them sleepy. He wants them in bed early. He wants them up early in the morning ready for work. They want us to be happy when Ms. Wynne gives us more bicycle paths and sells off huge parts of the public interest in the form of Hydro One. A direct attack on our democracy. They call on us to marvel at Mr. Trudeau's dare and the wonders of him rolling back some of the odious policies of the Tory government. They want us to be satisfied with what we have. We should never be satisfied. We should never stop working for working people. We have fabulous trade unions. We have fabulous positions around race and gender and religion and healthcare and education, the environment, and 50 other important topics. We need to win our members and spur them into action around those policies. We have to make a better world. We need an economy and we need social equality. We need to move past capitalism and build a more humane world. We have a lot of work to do. know what? Seeing what happens here today and seeing what's happening in the trade union movement, I know we can do it.